Hello, my lovely students. Today we are going to start a new chapter of civics section, that is chapter number 3, State Government. As we all know that India is a federation, the national level of governance looks after the national concerns including currency, defense and taxation, etc. And the state level looks after the state concerns such as provision of health, road, education, etc. A federation therefore should have a central government and the state government. The power and functions of both the central and the state government are defined by a written constitution. The government are organized and function in accordance with norms and practices of parliamentary system of government. Both central and the state government has three organs. That is, it is divided into three tiers: executive, legislative and judiciary. The state government is comprised of governor, chief minister and the council of ministers. Now the governor is known as the head of the states. He appoints the chief minister of the state and other ministers on the advice of the chief minister. Chief minister is appointed from the party that has a majority in the assembly. Talking about the legislature, the state legislature can be unicameral or bicameral. Unicameral legislature has only one house known as Legislative Assembly, and bicameral legislature has two houses known as Legislative Assembly and Legislative Councils. Only 6 Indian states have Vidhan Parishad. These are Maharashtra, Bihar, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Now taking one by one, talking about the Legislative Assembly, it is called as the lower house of state legislature and is also known as Vidhan Sabha. Its representatives are known as the members of Legislative Assembly. We have heard about MLA, correct? Each MLA is elected by the direct elections of the state. Talking about the composition of Legislative Assembly, as per the Article 170 of Indian Constitution, the Legislative Assembly of each state should consist of not more than 500 members and not less than 60 members. But it depends according to the population of the state. As for example, the population of Pondicherry is less, so they can have less members. So Pondicherry has 30 members, whereas Goa, Mizoram and Sikkim has 40. The biggest state, Uttar Pradesh, has 404 members in the Legislative Assembly. Now, method of election. The members of the Legislative Assembly are elected directly by the people. And the tenure for the election is 5 years. It can also be dissolved earlier if the ruling party loses its majority or if a motion of no confidence is passed against the ruling party. Now, the governor of the state can summon the first session of the Legislative Assembly, but there must be a gap of 3 months between the two sessions of the Assembly. Now, talking about the Legislative Council. The Legislative Council is the upper house of state legislature. It is also known as Vidhan Parishad. Now, the composition of the Legislative Council, it should not be more than 1/3 of the members of Legislative Assembly. So, nearly 5/6 of total number of members of the council are indirectly elected, while 1/6 members are nominated by the governor of the state. 1/3 member of Legislative Council are elected by the electorates consisting of members of municipalities, district board and other local bodies. 1/3 are elected by the members of Legislative Assembly of the state from person who are not members of assembly. 1/12 number are elected by the electorates consisting of persons who have been engaged for at least 3 years in teaching in educational institutions within the state that are not lower in standards than secondary schools. 1/12 members are elected by the electorates consisting of graduates for at least 3 years from any universities of India or possessing any degree equivalent to any such universities. Now, disqualification, the ground on which the disqualification can be conducted is he or she should not hold the office of profit under state and central government. He or she should not be proclaimed offender. He or she should not be of an unsound mind or a bankrupt. Now, the tenure of legislative council is the same as Rajya Sabha, which is a permanent house. State legislative council is also a permanent house. It cannot be dissolved. Only one third member of the councils retire after every 2 years and are replaced by the new member. The tenure of each member is 6 years. Functions of state legislature. The first function of the state legislature is law making. Law making is the main function of state legislature. It has powers to make laws relating to the subject mentioned in the state and concurrent list. Second one is issue ordinance. If the state legislature is not in session, the governor of the state can issue an ordinance. But this ordinance must be approved by the state legislature within 6 weeks or before the next session begins. Students, ordinance means an authoritative rule or a law. Now, talking about the next function is financial functions. It has full control over the finances of the state. It can approve or pass annual budget of the state. It can impose new tax. It can reduce new tax. Without its approval, the state government cannot spend even a penny. Electoral functions. The legislative assembly of the state has more powers and functions than legislative councils. The former is considered superior to the latter. The elected members of legislative assembly can take part in the elections of president. The member of legislative assembly participates in the election of the members of Rajya Sabha. 1/3 member of the legislative council are also elected by the members of legislative assembly. Now, the control over the executive, according to the article 164 of the Indian Constitution, it states that the councils of ministers are collectively responsible before the state legislative assembly. The legislature can make the member accountable and responsible by putting questions and by adjourning the motion. The legislative assembly can dismiss the councils of ministers by passing a no confidence motion against them. Now, talking about the speaker and deputy speaker of legislative assembly. The speaker and the deputy speaker of the state legislative assembly are elected by the members of assembly to carry out its working. The speaker presides over the meeting to maintain the decorum in the assembly. The members of the assembly can remove the speaker from the office by passing a resolution in the assembly after making him or her serve a notice of 14 days. Deputy speaker is responsible for carrying out the functions of the legislature in the absence of the speaker. Students, the meaning of the word decorum is it can be considered as a behavior that people consider to be correct, polite and respectable. Now, the next topic is how a bill becomes a law. So, as we all know that the main function of legislature is law making. So, the article 196 to 207 of the Constitution describes the procedure of passing a bill. Bill can be of different types such as ordinary bill, financial bill or a money bill. For a bill to become a law, it has to pass through different stages like introduction of the bill, then the second reading, committee and report stage and the third reading stage. Now, in the first stage, the bill is introduced in the legislative assembly. The members and the ministers who introduce the bill has to take permission from the speaker of the house. Then the minister discusses the bill clause by clause. The bill is published in all the newspapers, state gazettes in order to elicit public opinion about it. The bill is debated on different issues. If passed, it is sent to the next stage. After the second stage, the bill is referred to different committees which make a thorough scrutiny of the bill and suggest various change, if any, then return the bill to the house. Now, the last stage is only a formality. At this stage, there are only general discussion. No amendments are permitted apart from some verbally communicated changes. After going through all the stages, a bill is sent to the governor of the state for his final assent. After his signature, the bill becomes a law. The financial or the ordinary bill originates in the Vidhan Sabha and after duly passed by it, it is sent to the Vidhan Parishad. It can pass or reject or can delay the bill by 3 months. After the lapse of 3 months, the bill is sent to the Vidhan Sabha. Amendments or the changes which are suggested by the Vidhan Parishad can be rejected by the Vidhan Sabha. The bill is again sent to the Vidhan Parishad. After the expiry of 1 month, the bill is deemed to be passed by the state legislature. Again, it has to be sent to the governor for his assent, and then it becomes a. For a money bill, it first originates in the state legislative assembly. The speakers of the assembly certifies the related bill as a money bill and permits the financial minister to introduce it. After the introduction, it passes through all the procedures as I have already mentioned. The councils can delay a money bill for 14 days, and after that, a bill is considered by the legislative council. Now, talking about the state executives, as I have already said that the head of the state is what? Governor. So, governor is the chief executive or state of the head. Sometimes the same person can be appointed as the governor of more than one state. For example, a common governor is appointed for Punjab and Haryana both. Governor is appointed by the President of India. The President acts on the advice of Prime Minister while appointing a governor. Normally, the Chief Minister of the state is also consulted before appointing a governor of the state. He or she does not belong to a state where he or she is appointed. To be a governor of the state, what should be the qualifications? The main qualification is, first and foremost is, should be the citizen of India. The age should be less than 35 years, must not be the member of state or central legislature, should not be an offender, should not belong to a state which he or she is been appointed, should not be a member of state or union legislature, should not hold any office of profit. The term for governor is 5 years and can be removed before the completion of the tenure. The office of governor may fill vacant in case of sudden death or resignation or dismissal by the president due to any reasons. Governor of the state lives in the official residence called Raj Bhavan. Now, what are the powers of governor? The governor also has some kind of powers like executive powers, legislative powers, financial powers, discretionary powers. Talking about the executive powers, all the executive functions of states are carried in the name of governor. The chief minister of the state is appointed by the governor. He is the one who can appoint the council of ministers after consulting the chief minister. All the important appointments are done by the governor. Now, talking about the legislative powers, on the advice of chief minister of the state, the governor can dissolve the legislative assembly. If the state has bicameral legislature, the governor can call joint meeting of both the houses. In every bill passed by the legislature is sent for the assent of governor. Now, talking about the financial powers, the governor can make sure that the annual budget be laid before the assembly. No money bill can be introduced to the legislature without the permission of the governor. Now, talking about the discretionary powers, he can use without the advice of councils of minister, and that kind of powers are, if no party is able to win the majority of the seats, the governor can appoint a person as chief minister who can get the support of the majority of the members of the legislative assembly as established by the state government. If the governor is not satisfied with the government affairs according to the constitution, the government can request the president to declare an emergency in the state and for the president rule in the state. He or she can become the real ruler of the state during an emergency. He can or she can seek any information from the government about the working of different administrative departments. Can send the bill passed by the state legislature for reconsideration. He can or she can reserve certain bills for the final approval of the president. Now, the position of the governor. Although the constitution gives numerous powers to the governor, he or she is not the real head. As we have read, there are many powers in the hand of governor. There are certain limitations also. If he or she disagrees with the ministers, he or she can place himself in an awkward position. They would resign and the governor would be compelled to find an alternative ministry. The Council of Ministers is responsible to the Legislative Assembly and not to the governor. Governor is more than a mere constitutional nominal head. He has the power to advise, warn, encourage, and it can act as an agent of center and act as a link between the center and the state. Now the next topic is Chief Minister. Coming to the next topic, that is Chief Minister. A Chief Minister is appointed by the governor of the state. Who is Chief Minister? A Chief Minister is the leader of a majority party in the Legislative Assembly of the state. If no party is able to secure a majority, two or more parties join and form a coalition. In such situation, governor of the state appoints the leader of the coalition as the Chief Minister. Now, as we read about the powers and functions of legislature, as we read about the powers and functions of governor, now we are going to read about the powers and functions of Chief Minister. There are certain powers of Chief Minister of the state. The Minister of the state are appointed on advice of Chief Minister by the governor. He or she can distribute the portfolio among the ministers and supervise their work. He can reshuffle the portfolio of councils of ministers. He is the chief spokesperson or spokesman of the government. He or she is given the authority to issue any authoritative statements on the state policy. Chief Minister act as a link between councils of ministers and the governor. Chief Minister is most important figure in the state. He enjoys the same position as the Prime Minister, occupies the center. Now, the next is Councils of Ministers of the state. The members of Council of Ministers are appointed by the governor of the state on the consultation of Chief Minister of the state. Now, the executive power held by the Councils of Ministers. The Councils of Ministers lay down the policy of the state government and all the important appointments are made on their advice. All the ministers should be the member of legislature. In case they do not have any membership, they should get themselves elected to the legislature within 6 months duration. The Council of Ministers take the responsibility to run administration smoothly, maintain peace and order in the state. Now coming to the legislative powers, they contribute in making law of the state and play an active role in discussion and meetings of the legislature. They can introduce the bill and have the power to vote. The Councils of Ministers prepares the budget of the state. They can propose impositions as well as reduction of the state. Now, there are 3 types of ministers in Councils of Ministers, and they are cabinet ministers, ministers of state and deputy ministers. The cabinet ministers independently take charge of some key departments like transport. The ministers of the state and deputy ministers do not have any independent charge. Now, Chief Minister, before assuming his office, has to take oath to the office, and it is administered by the governor. All the ministers are rank holders. Ministers at the state level enjoy independent charge of particular department. The lowest rank holders are deputy ministers and they help the state ministers. So this was all about this lesson. Students, please read the lesson properly. The question answers of this lesson will be given in the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much.